this is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening in the podcast. It is Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. Today is the day right before Thanksgiving Day, which is tomorrow. I'm here to tell you a very sad story, so I'm gonna give you a trigger warning before I continue. Thank you, of course, everybody who has been following Julissadesigns podcast on Spotify over here. Thank you guys so much for following and watching this video too. I'm gonna try to do, I noticed that a lot of the video podcasts get more traction, so I'm gonna do my best to do that. I know, as you can probably tell, I don't have the best camera, which is the laptop camera for the video, but I'm gonna do my best to continue to do so. And everybody, thank you so much who's watching the video right now on YouTube, and everybody who also is using Apple Podcasts for the podcast. Don't forget to follow me there, and you can leave a comment too if you want to leave a comment. Thank you guys so much. I really hope that everybody is getting ready and excited for Thanksgiving Day tomorrow with the family, or if you're not with family, like that you have a great time. And don't forget, we're never alone. We always have the Lord with us, and thanks be to God for that. Okay, so I think we have about 30 days left, maybe a couple, maybe 35 days left of the year. Throughout the year, I have come here and make a lot of stories, read a lot of breaking news stories to you guys, and involving dogs attacking people. And I don't know what it is this year. It's just have become like a very bad thing. Like normally you will hear about a dog attacking the owner or killing the owner. That would be such a rare story, like once in like 2 years. Now it seems as though this is happening more often, right? And I told you guys that as we get closer to the second coming of the Lord, we're gonna see animals turn like that. And how do I know that? I don't know. I just have this feeling that the enemy is going to use animals to go against us, right? And because also I see the pattern of all these stories, how the animals just like, like one woman said, she has a big dog and she's like, we cuddle every night or something like this. People, I'm not comfortable around dogs, nothing like that. But I do admire people that are so comfortable with them, and they they live with them and all of that. So this young woman, she was saying how she said, we cuddle every night, and out of nowhere he started attacking me, right? And she's showing like marks on TV, how her face was moved, her arms, he started biting her and things like that. How does that happen? How can you have a dog for so many years and suddenly they're just gonna go crazy like that, right? After you're training with them, they kind of like from what I see, I don't have that much experience with dogs, right? You train with them, you go with them everywhere, and they kind of know like how to tell you that they want to go outside, things like this that I see like on movies and things like that. How does the animal go crazy like that? And the only thing that I can think of is, I understand that they're animals and they're gonna attack at some point, but I think the enemy is just using them. Because this year, I think it has been the year that we have seen more stories of animals attacking the owners to the point of killing the owners. And the story that I'm going to read to you guys about, this is why I wanted to give you a trigger warning, is a pet sitter, right? These days, everybody's trying to do a side hustle, right? Trying to help friends out and get a little money for that. She was babysitting these 3 dogs, and all 3 of them attacked her. She was just 23 and she died. And like I told you guys, this happened 2 days ago, and tomorrow is Thanksgiving. This is a very sad story. That's why I wanted to give you a trigger warning. Your life can change at any moment. Anything can happen, right? And once again, my emphasis is always get right with the Lord. Have a communion with Jesus Christ. Get into a personal relationship with Jesus, because you really don't know. Tomorrow is not promised, okay? So let me read to you guys this story, because when I read, I was like, wow, she's 23 years old, right? Probably taking a little break from college now, or maybe out of college, trying to earn some money, babysitting 3 dogs. A lot of people are traveling these days, right, for Thanksgiving. And this is what's gonna happen. So we really have to be so careful. And one thing that I notice, and people always say, oh, they say that to me because I always say I'm not comfortable around dogs. They say, oh, they don't do anything. People always tell me that. I heard that my entire life. Oh, they don't do anything. He's a good dog. It's like, he doesn't do anything to you because you're the owner, right? I'm a stranger to the dog, right? But if you don't feel comfortable with something, don't do it, because that's your whole soul telling you, don't, stay away from this, right? Regardless if people say to you, oh no, they're good. And what I was saying is that I have seen a lot of like when there's gonna be a new baby in the family, right? They bring the family dog around, and so that the dog is used to having a new baby, and I guess the attention issue might be an issue, and jealousy and things like this. And then you see photos, you see videos on the internet of this huge dog going around the newborn, and it's to me, like, I see that, and the videos that get posted, of course, they're beautiful and things like that, but I still think to myself, that can be a little terrifying, right? Especially in the times that we're living in right now, right? That we hear so many stories of dogs just going crazy, pretty much just turning on their owners, right? And like I said, maybe if it had happened like maybe once every year or something like this, but in 2025, from what I've seen and the stories that I've been able to capture here, I noticed that it has happened very often, okay? So let me read you guys this story, you guys. So, according to the Smith County Sheriff's Office, Madison Riley Hall, 23 years old, was attacked by 3 dogs while pet sitting this past Friday. Okay, and this happened in Tyler, Texas. Authorities were called to the home and found Hall lying in the backyard. When deputies ran Tower Hall, 3 people came towards him. He shot and killed one of the dogs, causing the others to run away so he could safely get her out of the backyard. And she died a short time later. She was babysitting 3 peoples, right? And when you hear the term babysitting, you immediately, like, I really think, oh, maybe she's not that familiar with those dogs, and maybe they also not familiar with her. Obviously, they haven't seen her that often. And 3 of them, that's also like a dangerous thing. Like, how do they, if you're working by yourself, right, with 3 dogs, like, somebody probably was checking on her to make sure that everything was going good, right? But yeah, this is so sad that it happened to her and the way she was found. And those dogs were coming for the officer that showed up at the house, right? And he actually had to kill one of them just to get her to the backyard. So let me continue to read, you guys. I do apologize, I just lost the story. Let me just grab it real quick again. Because I do want to see what people are saying in the comments. Okay, something's going on. I feel like just like searching with this, they have, they seem to be like so many stories, you guys. So many stories of dogs attacking owners this year. And my immediately what I go to think about is that that's something that the enemy is going to use. So like I said, this happened in Texas, and I believe she was just about to graduate. That's the information that I'm trying to get for you guys. Let me just see here. A Texas college student was mauled to death in a vicious dog attack while pet sitting 3 people on Friday. Her her grieving mother said all seemed to love her. That's the thing, right? And this is why this is a PSA to all the dog owners out there, because like I said, I heard this my entire life. The minute you said to the dog owner, because you could be anywhere, it could be even parking lot, and they come with the dog and the dog is running towards you and you're like, I'm sorry man, I'm not comfortable around dogs. Oh, they don't do anything. That's not the point. Like, I just told you something and you should like react to that and respect that, right? People just don't get it. Some people just they'll let the dog run all over you. I had that has happened to me too, right? They'll let the dog just run all over you. Oh, he's so sweet, he just wants to greet you. Just people don't get it, right? Thanks be to God, nothing crazy has happened, okay? I've been able to maintain my cool, but I still said it and still was not, taken into consideration. But here's a key point in this story. Her mom said the dogs love her. I think it was last month I came and told you about another guy in Texas who said, he cares so much for those dogs, and out of nowhere they just turn on him and kill him. The dogs love him. That's what people always say. And we can come and sit here and say, oh yeah, because they're animals, they're just gonna do what animals do. Yeah, but something is off, okay? Because, like, how can they? I mean, the dogs are loyal friends, something like that. Is they've been called something like this, right? And they're very, they're very smart. That's why they're using the police force and things like this, and crime scenes and all of that. So what is going on, right? Why are there so many cases happening so often, right? With trained dogs, people that feel so comfortable enough to lend them to somebody else to care for them while they do go on travel or something. There's a reason why the owners feel comfortable, because they're like, these are very well-behaved dogs and they seem to love you, and there's not gonna be an issue, right? And then something like this happen. My opinion, this is just my opinion, I believe this is another way the enemy is going to use animals to hurt us, right? Especially that animals that probably will never, like I say, it's a rare case that in the past it would be like a rare case. Now it's happening very often. So it says here that the neighbor called the police, and deputies with Smith County Sheriff's Office reported that by that point the 3 people had already pounced on Riley. The dogs then diverted their attention, all 3 of them, to him, started coming towards him, and that's when he fired at one of the dogs and the other 2 ran away. Let me just see here. Riley was pursuing a bachelor's degree in childhood education, which her mother said was inspired by her younger brother, who is diagnosed with autism, right? Very caring and loving person. You can just tell by the way she shows that career too, right? It says here that her mother, Jennifer Hubble, just dropped to her knees when she was notified of her daughter's death. Hubble is still struggling to put the pieces together, as she explained that Riley had highlighted a change in the dog's behavior shortly before the fatal attack. See, that's what I'm saying. They have been a change. It's not normal for all these cases to happen. She said, they said, obviously she was familiar with the dogs, right? And she said they're acting a little strange. Okay, she said there's a change in the dog's behavior. She said that they hadn't always been that way. This is what she shared with her mom. The college student was an experienced dog sitter, and avid animal lover. She had previously babysat the family's children for weeks on end, and figured that looking after the peoples would be an okay situation, her mom said to the press, to the news. It is unclear if Riley was also looking after the family's children when she was killed. Riley was just 6 months away from earning her bachelor's degree from the University of Texas in Tyler. She chose to specialize in early childhood education. And let me see what else is here. A court hearing regarding the 2 surviving peoples is scheduled for Wednesday. It's kind of clear how that's gonna go, obviously, because of what they did. It's just so sad, you guys. Let me see the comments. Before I get to the comments here in this article, I wanted to come and share this story because there's a GoFundMe made for the family, and you guys know that I support GoFundMe, and if you're led to donate in any way, I'm gonna leave the link in the description. You can donate or you can pray for the family too. So let's see. I'm trying to get to the comments before I run out of time here, so I do apologize about that. You see, this is the thing now with the internet. Like you're reading one thing and like 10 windows come up. I was like, what is going on? So, we pray for this, for the family. It's such a tragic event that happened there. Such a tragic thing that happened to them. And it's interesting that she said they're acting different. There's a change the way they're not. Normally they wouldn't be like this. There's a change in them. So I'm just saying, just be careful. Be careful. Don't leave the babies around the dogs anymore. Even if they don't do anything. We're not. It's obviously if you notice how many stories are coming up with if they're doing this to owners, right? Just remember that anything can happen. Don't be leaving like the baby around. Oh no, we already trained him. He's comfortable with the baby. He cares for him. Always have somebody around, even closer. Let me just see. Just out of precaution, okay? So once again, I'm gonna say that Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and this happened just last Friday. So the family had opened a GoFundMe, and even though this is why I like GoFundMe, because I can't get to the comments right now, but even though personally I don't know them, I like to come and share stories like this and share the GoFundMe specifically to kind of use my platform to help people out like that. And sometimes we look at something like this and we're like, oh, that's so far away, we don't know who they are and things like this. But I think it's a way as a community for everybody to come together and have compassion for what people are going through. Like I said, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, we all know this, right? And the mom just lost her daughter in that way too. So I'm gonna share the link. If you're feeling led to donate, you can do so. You can also share on your social media and your platforms, and you can also, of course, pray for the family. Let me know, guys, what you think about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening and watching right now on the podcast. Have a good day. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.